Hello and welcome on my YouTube channel. So my name is Zoltan. I'm the author of Freedom of Habits, and I wanted to record this video especially because I want to give you some kind of inspiration to do a morning routine. And if you want to optimize your morning routine, then this will be the guide. So, as the saying says, well done is better than well said, or perfection is done is better than perfect, or many quotes on this one. I recommend you to implement just one if you haven't, if you don't have a morning routine yet, and if you have a morning routine already, I recommend to optimize it. And the way to do it is to be minimalist. So you want to get into from 0 to 1 in order to optimize later. To It's much easier to get to 100 from a number 1 than to get from 0 to 1, because if something is non-existent, then you cannot optimize it. So that being said, don't freak out if you see many habits. I help you to build just one habit in the morning, because let me tell you that this is the most impactful thing you can do. If you just change one thing in your life, it has to be it. It's highly advisable, highly recommended to be just the one morning habit, because you can change your life habit by habit by habit, because then one action, the compound effect of one action, will take place. So if you can change one thing, I highly recommend you to build a new habit, or stop a bad habit or unwanted habit in your morning, and then watch the effect. You can easily transform your life habit by habit, because one habit will not change you enormously, but one action, but one habit will. So this is why I recommend to change one habit only, and to use it. In the next videos, I will talk about more about the theory and the science behind habits. But in this video, I will talk about more practical levels. So you can you can build a morning routine based on the habits, and what are the tips and tricks I recommend. So it will be not a full video, it will be a full video with the next videos, it will be a full package. So that being said, this way this video I will show you my morning routine. And let me also mention that I meditate. I follow transcendental meditation, and I loved it, and I think it truly changed my life. But this video is not only for those who meditate or those who do transcendental meditation every day. But I recommend it. So if you haven't tried it, try it, because it will be the one habit that will uh, attract any. It will be key habit. So you can build around your entire routine around one habit. Okay. That being said, let me get into the habit morning routine itself. So right upon wake up, give gratitude and hair circle and toilet. I get this habit from Wayne Dyer. When the heel touches the floor, then it triggers the action that he gives gratitude. So first, I thought that this is some sort of spiritual thing or whatever, and I'm not a believer. And why could it change my life? But science shows that when you have a amygdala in your brain, this is the part responsible also for noticing and danger, and you have to train it, because originally it notices bad things, so like crocodiles or tigers hunting for you. But now, as we live in a city, we still have this caveman brain, and unless you train it to pay attention to the good things, to those things that you are grateful for, it will still have the effect that you notice more about the bad things in life. This is why watching the news or grasping social media is very very bad, because it will train your brain to pay attention to the cases and what's going on in the world. Not training like when you give gratitude, you pay attention to those things that positive in your life. So as soon as you train your brain to pay attention more to those things which you can be grateful for, you will attract more and more from this, and you will notice what you already have. And I think it's very sad to see so many rich people and so many people who are not glad for what they already have, and therefore they won't get more, because as soon as you start to pay attention to what you have, you will get more and more from this. So, in order to train your brain, I highly recommend this is the first habit, and usually this version that when your heel touches the floor, it triggers the action that you give gratitude and you do some hand circling, because your body was not moving for hours and hours while you were asleep. So it is better if you get ready. So obviously, um, so that I mentioned this one because when you create your morning routine and you write it out or you print it out, I highly recommend to go into painstaking details. So it means that you want to think about the sequence or the order, uh, how you perform, how you execute things. And in the morning, you don't want to think, you just want to execute. So this is why you have to write down, okay, when I wake up, then I give gratitude. When I give gratitude, then I go to toilet. So this is very, very important. Right after when you get up, so when you left your bed, I recommend you drink apple cider vinegar or lemon shot. I recommend doing meditation with empty stomach, but I had a reflux, so I had lots of hiccups during meditation. So this is why I recommend to start the day with the lemon shot. Um, Many people think that the lemon creates a kind of acidic environment, but the reason why it is the opposite is because it's an acid, so it means that it creates an alkaline environment in your stomach, so you won't get hiccups during meditation. Okay, so drink 1 glass of water. The reason why is because during the night you breathe out lots of humid and lots of water from your body. This is why you are more less weight when you wake up, because lots of water is missing, and this is why you tired. Many people try to come over this tiredness by drinking coffee and caffeine, and this has the opposite effects, because coffee especially is dehydrating, so it means that the body is already dehydrated, and then you drink something which makes you even more dehydrated, so of course you are even more tired, and then you crave more and more coffee. So I recommend to change this habit to drink a glass of water or have a bottle next to your bed, and when you wake up you immediately drink, because then you will you will get back this water and you will be hydrated and you will be more energized during the day. So, as an idea, timing to set your intentions. Many people don't talk about this, but I think one of the most important things, especially for high performance, is to set intentions of the day. So it means that you will max out this day and you will do everything in your power to maximize this very day, because this is the only day you have. This is the only moment you have. So this is the reason why you have to pay deliberate attention to set intentions for that day, and after that you can start taking action, but bring an attention for this moment, because you have to you have to set intentions in the beginning of the day that you will max out this day. The next step is to go to the bathroom. do some mouse cleaning and whatever cleaning you have. I wrote eye cleaning especially because I have to do it this eye, but whatever you do, like shaving, do makeup, whatever you do, the thing is you want to write it down because then it's not just oh I followed it and then you go back and whatever it screws up the entire sequence. And then I recommend you to make your bed. It's you can make your bed before this is up to you, but sometimes life turns out unexpectedly, and this is when you want to arrive home by a mail for a mail bed. So it means that even if the day is not as expected, not goes as expected, it's good to arrive home to made bed to a made bed. And also here I have to mention that it will remind you that day in day out this is your life, so it gives you some sort of uh, base to your entire life and to your entire day, because as you do anything you do everything. So this is why I recommend you to make your bed, even if it's a so small and simple habit, it might count. But let me here mention that it's not a key habit. So if you don't do it, nothing really happens. But small habits that really start the day. And yeah, one of the key habits, the difference between key habits and normal habits is that key habits are those which change the entire sequence, and usually those which are which have some sort of leverage, so it has a much more impact. For example, drinking or um, making my bed is not a key habit, so you won't change your entire life just because you made your bed or just because you had morning water. But morning yoga or morning meditation is definitely a key habit. So I want to mention this, even if I will talk about this in the next upcoming videos. But one of my key habits is meditation, transcendental meditation to be specific, and therefore I do morning yoga because I want my brain and my body to be calm during meditation. Therefore, I started to do do morning yoga. Originally, I learned yoga in India, and if you want to do a longer session, you can. If you don't do yoga at all, you can do Tai Chi or Shingo. If you don't do anything, I recommend you at least do some stretching. So it means that by the during the day, your body is loose and you're ready to take action and do some head circling, because many times people have pain in the neck or in the back, and this is why I also recommend to do some asanas, some yoga in the morning before you start everything. I recommend especially an easy to implement type of yoga. So I did a mistake after learning yoga in India, that my yoga session was very long. Therefore, I haven't executed a few times. Then it faded away, book, and what happened? It I left the habit. So instead, build a very easy to keep and short and simple habit, because doing just four asanas during the day or doing some hand circling, but if it's executed, if it's done, it's much better than perfect imagined, not executed habits. Okay, so yoga is a ideal way to build habits, because then it's very short and very simple, 5 to 50 minutes. It's up to you, but it helps you to start the day in a relaxed fashion, and then you can focus more. So one of my favorite and best habits is TM, transcendental meditation, because it helps you to focus during the day. It helps you to maintain focus on what really matters, and it has many good benefits. I highly recommend if you haven't done meditation, do it and try it out. And especially, I advocate transcendental meditation because they will teach you how to meditate properly. I don't go into in this video, but I think this is the most beginner friendly meditation what you can do, and I think it will transform your life. It's one of the most important key habits. So after you build this one, it's easier to put everything on in place and easier to execute them. Okay, it's better to do meditation to an empty stomach. So this is why I wrote the next habit to have the breakfast, not having yoga or meditation with full stomach, because then it's not easy to maintain that focus which it requires. So it's ideal to take your vitamins or supplements unless the doctor recommends otherwise. But I'm not a health professional or anything, but I always do yoga and meditation to an empty stomach. So here I have to mention one thing: don't take sugar in the morning because your brain will get addicted to it, and it means that you will have less and less willpower during the day. So after that, I do affirmations. Usually, I do this. Sometimes I do this before the meditation. Sorry, I have to move this one. You can download this entire guide below this video, so I will make it available. I made this change recently, so I haven't added it yet. So I do yoga and then affirmations and then meditation. I will talk about affirmation because it's kind of a new habit for me. I read about a book about this. I read many books about this, but one was very impactful. Was from Louis Hayes, I think, and the way it changed my affirmations, I didn't believe it. By the way, meditations and affirmations and many things also work if you are completely skeptical. So if you don't believe any of this, it will still work, and this is wonderful because even if you are say what a spiritual kumbaya, it will still work and it will still impact your life, and especially if you do affirmations loud in front of a mirror. So it means that your brain get the message that I should pay attention and it will transform my life. So read out the affirmations from a printed paper, not from your phone. I will talk about more in next videos, but I think it's better not to contact with any screen in the first 1 or 2 hours because it will distract, it will bring away your attention, and you have to you want to stay present at the moment. So this is why I recommend to print out the the affirmations and then read out loud in front of a mirror. Okay, so after that, after usually I do workout. Sometimes I don't do it, so I you don't want to be perfect. And when I do it before the breakfast. So it means that it also it requires an empty stomach. You don't want to throw up during the workout. So usually I do it right after I do yoga. So I recommend you doing it with a warm stomach right when you wake up and your body is fresh, and you do it before meditation. It's very important, and before the breakfast, obviously. I do morning shower. It's up to you when you do it, morning or evening. Here I have to recommend you one thing that you want to do shower at the end. At least turn down the volume, so make it cold shower at the end because the cold shower will wake you up really. So it's more effective than double coffee or triple espresso because it sends the brain the signal that now you have to wake up. Now it's starting the day, and now you have to be present. And I recommend you do it before um, before the day. So after that, after you had the shower, you dress up. Here I have to mention one more thing that usually I record my affirmations as an MP3 and I listen to them during shower. So it means that without this, your brain is have this inner chatter and this monkey mind goes away and you think about the day and now you have to pay attention again to your affirmations and then only go on and dress up period for the day. And the next thing is take action. So whatever you do for a living or whatever not for a living, whatever your dream is, do it daily. And morning after right after morning routine is perfect timing. You don't want to waste your time to wait until the end of the day and then you are not in the mood, you have lots of excuses and you are tired and whatever. No, instead when you wake up and you do your morning routine, for example, I promised myself I will record the video. Therefore I do as a part of my morning routine or right after I did my morning routine, I recommend taking action. I wrote here three things that I usually don't do yet, but sometimes I did in the past, and sometimes I managed to do it nowadays. But I didn't want to include it because, as I said, done is much better than perfect, or well done is much better than well said. So visualization. I recommend the book Vishen Lakhiani. Uh, so he will teach you how to visualize. And if you say that you don't visualize what is fear or what is worrying about imagining the worst case scenario, of course you visualize, even if you think you are not. Uh, and there are so you want to visualize at least today how it will unfold, and at least 2 years 2 3 years ahead. So it means that when the media is bombard our brain with the bad messages of and we are in a bad situation, you want to envision your future and your best self today. And this is the two things why you want to have it printed, because you don't want to let in any external forces before you execute the and you before you envision your best day. So free journaling. I have a journal in next to my bed, and sometimes when I wake up and I remember my dreams, I immediately note it down. And it's very important not to have a screen or phone next to your bed. Just have a journal because then you, right when you wake up and you remember, and your mind is not filled with others or what other ones from you, but it helps you to focus your mind. So when you do meditation, for example, it's very important that you can stay present and not to pay attention to your mind. This is why you want to download everything from your brain and focus on the attention to be in the present. So I recommend to use the offline or reusable exercise book. If you travel a lot like me, then you want to have a reusable book and one page to read offline or listen to audiobook. I use an ebook reader, but any way will do. Not a screen, so not on your phone or not a tablet, because then you may get distracted and this first hour is yours. So you want to have these habits or one of these habits. I know some people like to read in the end of the day. That's absolutely fine. You don't want to have all of these habits. You want to have some of them and some of them not, and that's completely fine. So I want to record this video because I just get into the habit of practicing transcendental meditation. I applied for Midu, the research universe there. So I think this is one of the most impactful habits that I have. And in the beginning, I recommend to build just one. So don't make the mistake of having all of this implemented in your life, then you want to execute. And as an additional bad benefit of this is that you will punish yourself. Oh, I haven't done meditation, and you and work on that, blah blah blah. In the morning, therefore, actually lowers your self-esteem. Instead, focus on one habit and execute it daily. And as soon as you keep the promises you made for yourself, then your confidence starts to build up, and therefore it will slowly but surely transform your entire life. So I wanted to record this video because for a long time I haven't published video, but I think this is very powerful way. Also, I want to mention that the most impactful thing, which I said in the beginning, is that you focus on building a habit because this will compound the one action, and especially being a morning routine. I think this is the most impactful thing you can do with your time. So thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please comment or like or subscribe. So if you like this video, then press the like button and comment here. And yeah, just have an amazing day, and hope it inspires you to build a better habit for today. Take action, and hope to read from your comments soon. Bye bye.